Today I'm making Coquito, a traditional beverage usually given around the winter holidays for your closest family and friends. I'll walk you through each step and show you all of the ingredients you should add. Here are the ingredients for the Coquito. You'll need to make a tea first, which seasons the Coquito, and then you'll use different cans and Bacardi, of course. For your tea, you're going to need cinnamon sticks, a bunch of them, 1 bag of whole cloves, and 1 bag of star anise. Other ingredients are cream of coconut. Some Puerto Ricans enjoy the cream of coconut in the Coquito. It adds a thicker texture. You can choose to use cream of coconut or coconut milk, or a combination of the two, and it would be essentially 1 can of each. You also will need to add 1 can of sweetened condensed milk and 1 can of evaporated milk. So there's 1 can of each type of milk added to the Coquito for 1 batch. Other things you'll need is something to put the finished Coquito in to give it as a gift. Traditionally, we use wine bottles or some other kind of large bottle to give it. You can also use mason jars. These are 16-ounce mason jars, which seal tight. You put a ribbon around it, add a tag, and give it to all your loved ones. A few other items is a tacito to taste as you're going, or a shot glass, of course. You're going to want to taste it to make sure there's not too much liquor or too little liquor. A strainer, and at least a 1 cup measurer, and this will be for your tea. Some type of spatula or spoon to clean out the cans, especially the sweetened condensed milk. And you can make this whole recipe eggless, or you can choose to add eggs. Many Puerto Ricans like the eggs for the thicker texture. I prefer not to use eggs in mine. You're now going to let 2 cups of water come to a boil. Then we'll add our tea ingredients. I added the cinnamon sticks, usually enough to kind of fill the pot but not overly fill it. So we still have other ingredients to add to the tea. I've added about a half bag of the whole cloves. You can add more if you like the taste of cloves. Cloves can be a little bit strong, so that's why I only add half a bag. I've now added in the star anise, about half a bag. You can add more if you like the flavor. I added a few extra pieces because I love star anise, especially those Christmas cookies. Keep boiling this mixture for another 5 to 10 minutes, or until the liquid becomes a dark brown color. You can test what color the liquid is by using a silver spoon to check it. We're almost there. I may have added too many cinnamon sticks, but that's okay. It looks like we're about done. The foam in the boiling pot is already brown, and if you test it with a spoon, the liquid is fairly brown as well. So we're ready to strain it. Okay, let's strain it. I already took out some of the items with a slotted spoon to make it a little easier to pour. You only need about a cup of liquid. That's about a cup right there. Put the hot tea in the freezer temporarily to cool it down. We don't want to mix in the very hot tea with the rest of the Coquito. We want it to be cool all the way. Okay, our tea is cooled down, and I pre-opened each of the cans so that we can pour them into the blender. And I forgot to mention that a whole cup is not needed for one batch. I made a whole cup because I'm going to make extra batches later. So we're just going to use a little bit to taste it and see how it is. I've pre-opened the Bacardi, and we can add that in by the half cup to full cup and keep adding as we want after we taste it and see how we feel. Okay, so to start, let's just pour in the evaporated milk. I'm gonna do the coconut milk next. Gets a little messy. The sweetened condensed milk. And I'm almost to the top of the blender. We want all that we can get out. That's why the spatula or a spoon is good here. It's very sticky. And for the coconut cream, I'm just gonna spoon it in. I don't want a full can in there. I'm used to making this, so I'm just gonna go little by little, not a full can. The rum. This is a full cup, but I'm gonna go ahead and fill it to about half, maybe 3/4. And then a little bit of tea. It's strong, so we don't want to overpower the rest of the flavors of the Coquito. Plus, we have other spices to add. We want to add a little bit of vanilla, just kind of by little dashes or squirts is fine. And a little bit of nutmeg. A few dashes. That's good. Then we're going to blend. Taste test. Okay, now we're going to taste test. Have a spoon handy, your little tacito. Give it another quick stir. Definitely needs more liquor. It could use more tea. I barely can taste the cinnamon. Everything else is good. It's very sweet, so no added vanilla. And you can use a powdered cinnamon too. I'm going to go ahead and use more of the tea. And some more liquor. Now that we've added more of the tea and liquor, it tastes very good, and we can go ahead and bottle it. I like to use a very large funnel. The bigger the opening, the better, because from the blender it can be very messy. So, very slowly, and with this inside, very slowly, we're going to start to pour. And lift the funnel as you go. And you can see I'm already making a mess. There we go. And the reason I have all these jars close together is so that I can just keep pouring. Even though I'm making a mess, I can just clean it up after. But all the bottles are close together. Makes it easier. Okay, so I only got about 3 16-ounce jars completed. and a tiny bit left over in another one. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of even it out. Then I can start sealing them. Make another batch and then keep filling jars. Today I have at least 12 to fill, and that's how you make coquito. I hope you enjoyed this video.